It's the Brian and Kindra Show with Brian Cook and Kindra Cox of Keller Williams Realty Elite.
I am Kindra Cox.
I'm Brian Cook.
Between the two of us, we have over 30 years of experience.
Sharing real estate tips and advice. Right here on Classic Hits 1073.
Kindra Show. And
We're here.
No, you interrupted me already. We just got started.
I know, but
This is Kindra Cox with Keller Williams Realty Elite.
this is Brian Uncaffeinated.
We were in so much trouble. This morning I was accused of being too caffeinated, but you know what? I got so much stuff done today. Like, my brain was so in gear. I mean, I have no idea what I did, but I know that I checked off lots of things, and I even turned a page in my to-do list notebook.
Wow.
I know. Yeah?
I don't even know what I did today.
You ran around a lot.
I did run around a lot. I
mean, I
played
think
in
it
the bucket
was-
truck.
I know. I went to go try to play in the
banners,
bucket truck, too, and you wouldn't
worked
let
on
me go
that,
up there.
Moved a bunch of tree limbs. Showed a bunch of houses. Closed a bunch of deals.
Can we go back to the bucket truck, please?
Yeah, so we have
Okay.
I got a buddy,
No.
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
and I borrowed his bucket truck to
Okay.
put up a banner on Moss Garden Restaurant, which is for lease or sale. Well, lease or lease to own.
By owner.
By owner, which is
Agent.
a couple of us. So, so it's exciting. So, Kindra shows up in.
In my yellow Jeep. Her name
Yes.
is Bernice, and she has mean flower wheels, and she is like gorgeous.
Yes.
But that's not the important part. We can talk about her later.
Okay, we'll do that.
Because I could talk about her
Has
all
nothing
day.
to do with houses.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so the bucket truck. You said that you were going to get the bucket truck and you're going to work on the sign. And I'm like, I've always wanted to go up in a bucket truck. And you're like, well, you can do that. But then you didn't even tell me that you were going up in the bucket truck. I had to figure it out on my own smarts. And so then I show up ready to go in the bucket truck. And what did you tell me?
It wasn't quite working right.
You said no.
Right, because I
don't
you
like
need to
being
work,
told no.
and I don't want you to get stranded up there 30 feet in the air. All right, well, I'm going to go to work, I guess. I'll send the fire department.
just
Hey, you could have
wanted-
run a ladder truck.
I know that would have been hilarious, wouldn't it? A ladder truck to save me from the bucket truck.
Let's do it tomorrow. Don't
We're
tell
gonna
anybody
try
we're
this
setting
again.
that up, but we're
It's going to
gonna.
be awesome.
You can
Okay.
mark 2 things off your list at once.
I know, because I wanted to do both. Except I am a little bit afraid, but I think it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so that's exciting. Okay, and then what else? Okay, so
How many people have we helped this year?
over 100 people. We have helped over 100 people buy or sell a house this year.
It's
Like,
been-
I didn't realize. In fact, I'm so far behind. Like, yesterday, I'm not even going to look at you because you're my boss, but so Branson, I'm so far behind at work.
Well, she got a
that
Jeep, and it distracted her.
It had
Like-
nothing to do with the Jeep. I've
Maybe
been
a
working
little.
hard, and then all of a sudden things kind of got quiet. When things get quiet, I don't know what to do. Like, I kind of stress out a little bit, and then September was kind of a difficult month. Like, I had a lot going on with my grandmother and stuff, and I was gone a lot, and then my solo location. So my brain has just struggled. So I finally caught back on this week on how to work. It took me a little bit of time, and I was like, oh, I need to update my board because I keep track of how many people that we help. And so I had 80 on the board. Whenever I did my research, we helped 100. I was 20 sides behind.
Which is about 2 weeks, right? I think we closed 20 something.
I don't know how
October.
long it's
It was
been
crazy.
since I did that.
In fact, we had a bunch of closings yesterday, and we
today.
had some not communication well with some. Well, I'm not going to point any
I
fingers.
think it's time for you.
But I don't speak Spanish well, and so I'm not sure if I didn't communicate it well, but we had a 3-way deal fall apart yesterday that I'm battling to keep together today.
It stinks whenever that happens, but it does happen. I mean,
Yep.
It just does. Miscommunication or misunderstandings,
Yep.
whatever, and things do happen that way, and it is frustrating, but it is what it is.
Yep.
So,
We I was trying to think of what else we did this week. Hey, I have some numbers. We talk them before we go on a break, or do we go on a break yet?
Something. No.
Oh wait,
shh, be
tomorrow
quiet.
night is First Friday.
That's what
Main
I was
Street.
pulling up. Look, right here.
Oh, look at that. Yes, see, I don't need notes.
Yes, okay.
I'm not on caffeine.
Really, what time does it start?
5:30.
Wrong. Starts at 5.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, you don't know. Okay, this is a really cool deal.
Her
So
favorite
Woodward Main
spot's Larry
Street.
Hill's studio this week.
What?
Go hang out. Larry Hill Studio. That's where Kindra will be hanging out tomorrow night.
It is?
That's It's where they're serving all the wine.
Whatever. Nice. I did not realize this was already coming up.
Popular
Probably.
gig.
I don't know. I saw their Facebook Live today, and Jennifer at Modern Appliance was like, start with dessert, end with dessert, have dessert in the middle. I'm thinking, well, I don't know who's serving dessert, but she's starting to make it sound good.
kidding.
Okay, so this is kind of fun. It's like a progressive dinner. So there's
Yes.
appetizers served by Southern Root Sisters at Just Beyond the Door.
Mm-hmm.
Salad skewers served by Modern Appliance at Larry Cahill Art Studio. I thought you said that's where the wine was.
I think it is.
I think you're
Keep reading.
confused. Pulled pork sliders with Oklahoma barbecue sauce and cranberry pepper jam. Oh, I love that cranberry stuff. And that's also at Just Beyond the Door. Cornbread muffins by Sweet Surprises and chili served at Fix a Screen. Dessert is served at Persimmon Creek Gifts. So that's from 5 to 7. I don't really have any
Those
more
guys do
information
such a
on
great
it.
job. Like, we were like way involved, and then we just got snowballed
We've
by
been really crazy lately.
crazy, and so I feel bad for not helping them guys out. But there's lots to be involved with on Main Street. If you guys, have nothing to do or want to support your local Main Street, there's always fun things going on down there.
Yes.
So go get involved. You can be a friend of Maine. They've got some sponsorship levels that are kind of fun.
Friendship levels. You can
Friendship.
be a BFF.
Yes,
We're BFFs.
I think we're BFFs.
Not me and you. I meant me and Main Street.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not that quite high enough on your ladder yet.
All right, let's do some market stats.
Okay, so here's the fun thing. Like, I did these numbers faster than they can count ballots.
Everybody's got a joke.
I am probably a lot closer to. Okay, so we have in Woodward 81 active listings today. And I did not do these early because I delayed, and I did them at like 5:05 on the way here. Residential listings in Woodward, there's 8 new listings this week. There's 32 pending, which is about normal. There's 22 pending in Woodward, Oklahoma 77801, which is really close. There's new pending. There's 8 new pending contracts this week. Last week was 5, 3 the week before that. So we're building. There was kind of a lull. We had like a weird lull around Halloween. I'm not sure what that was.
I think it was the full moon.
That's
Or the candy.
could be that. I lost my. Here I am. Number of closings this week. This is exciting.
All day.
11. We had 11 closings this week in Woodward.
That's fantastic.
Last week was 3. The week before was 4. The week before was 5. Like 11 is the biggest week we've had all year.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's interesting.
So that means 4 to 6 weeks ago was chaos.
Yeah, it was.
Contract writing time. So expired. We had 5 expire this week. So months of inventory. Here's the next exciting number. So the lower the months of inventory means the higher the demand for property will be. So we have 3.72 months of inventory, which is the lowest it's been all year.
Look at that. So last week we had 4.32, now it's 3.72. That's an exciting number.
So that means if we sold everything on the market today,
We're looking
if
healthy,
the
man.
buyers are consistent and the sellers are consistent, it takes us 3.7 months to
Like
sell
it.
everything out.
I like it a lot.
That means we wouldn't have anything by New Year's. Speaking of New Year's,
Do I get a day off?
we might shoot fireworks this year. We need to celebrate something.
I love fireworks.
I do too.
Maybe we can have snow and fireworks. Can you
I hope
orchestrate
so.
that too?
Actually, my wife shot me down on buying the snowblower. I said, "Hey, I'm going to buy a snow machine." She said, "What's that for?" So I can have the only snow in town. It'll be cool. It'll be the eye-catchingest thing in town. She goes, "You are insane. You have lost it." I don't know. I think it'd be cool. What do you think, Branson?
Great idea.
Absolutely. See, it's like
Branson only
$1,000.
said that because he doesn't have his microphone on. He's hoping
Yes.
Carrie Ann couldn't hear his answer.
Yeah, it's like $1,000. $1,000. We could have all kinds of snow. We're thinking about doing live Christmas trees too. I haven't got that planned out yet because it's almost too late in the year to go get them.
You're kind of killing me with the snow thing. Like, we're going to talk about that some more
serious.
tomorrow.
I know. Yes, it is. Like, I studied it. And like, this would be awesome.
Okay, do you want to talk more about my Jeep?
Yes, we could put snow in the parking lot and spin donuts in
I'm
your Jeep.
serious. Yes.
We
Yes,
could make
please.
a snow mountain.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Be like nothing anywhere, and we could just drive over the only snow in Woodward County. Awesome. I might need to buy more than one snowblower. Leave that thing running all week.
All right. You
Okay,
want to take a
let's
break?
take a quick break.
We'll be right back.
Comfort Zone is a multi-generational company serving Northwest Oklahoma in commercial and residential needs. Plumbing, air conditioning, heaters, refrigeration, sewer and drain cleaning, backhoe trenching, and crane service. And they are your geothermal specialists. Contact them at 580-254-5864 or stop by 116 East Main Street.
It's the 5 hours you spend in the kitchen mastering your famous recipe or spending quality time with your family. Other insurance companies may just see it as a house. It's not just a house, it's your home. Hi, I'm State Farm Agent Kevin Kanzler, and I see your home as the time and memories you put into them. I understand what your things really mean to you, and I'm here to help give them the protection they deserve. My office is located on the corner of 13th and Oklahoma in Woodward, or call me at 580-256-2216 for your home insurance today.
OnPoint Land Survey can take care of all your residential, commercial, and industrial survey needs. This family-owned and operated business proudly serves Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. These lifelong Northwest Oklahoma residents with over 19 years of experience are ready to serve you with the latest equipment and capable trucks to get your job done. Call OnPoint Land Survey today at 580-256-6757 or at 1918 Main Street in Woodward, Oklahoma, or visit their website at onpointlandsurveyok.com. Professional, trusted, local.
This is Todd McHugh
and Jackie Jones
with Woodward County Abstract, Dewey County Abstract, and Fairview Abstract. I would like to thank everyone in Woodward and Northwest Oklahoma for choosing us for their real estate title and closing needs this past year. We will be offering new services in 2020, including bilingual closings, internet closings, and digital abstracting.
We look forward to making real estate closings faster, simpler, and more efficient for you in the future.
We want to thank you for your continued support and business.
Hi, I'm Connie Rowland in the Mortgage Department at Bank 7. Bank 7 is a full-service bank with over 40 years of combined experience. Melinda Russo and I are a dynamic duo team committed to making your loan process smooth. With a variety of loan products, we would love to sit down with you and discuss your loan options in person, or we offer online and over-the-phone application processing. The Woodward branch is located at 34th in Oklahoma. Find us online at mortgage.bank7.com, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Bank 7 is an equal housing lender in MLS 677297. Phone 580-254-0100, where our best investment is you.
Hey, we are back to the Brian and Kindra Show. If you missed us today, you can go to the brianandkindrashow.com. We have all our episodes on there. We're on YouTube. We got all that cool stuff going. So this will be, well, it's live on Facebook. So, hey, yeah. We're there.
We're there.
So, fun stuff. Real estate market's pretty exciting. Somebody asked me what I was going to do after the election. And I was like, what do you mean what I'm going to do? And they're like, I don't know. What are you going to do? How's this going to affect you? I was like, you know what? I'm probably going to get up and sell houses. I don't know what else to do. So
a lot of times the market slows down during an election year
for
us. And then things pick up after January, after things kind of start to get a new normalcy with the new president or the same president. But
right.
When people are just a little bit more comfortable that the world's not really ending.
Right. And
I don't know, maybe it will. It's hard to say.
Yeah, whatever. And, I mean, it can be worse than COVID, right?
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Jeez.
Well, so all that being said, interest rates at an all-time low
yes.
are an amazing benefit to purchasing a home now. And that's not even what we're talking about today. I just want to reiterate it. Like if you were looking, so I was with a customer today, and they told me kind of what their budget was, and they said worst case scenario we'll go up to like this number, and I like $1,500 a month, and I said, man, I mean he's got like $50,000 down. I said, man, you can buy like a $350,000 house, and your payment's going to be around $1,600 a month, which blew his mind. So, because he's in like $125,000 house, so he just doubled it, thinking because his interest on his house is like 6.25%. Mm-hmm. If you have 6.25% interest right now,
I just heard what you said.
Go to the lender.
Yes, talk to Connie at Bank 7, Connie or Melinda at Bank 7. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
They may advise you to update your house and buy a new one, which we would love them to do.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Or at least refinance what you've got. Yeah, I think there's a number, and Connie does a great job with calculating.
Okay, well, me. Because remember, I bought, I have excellent credit.
Yes.
And remember, I bought whenever interest was high, and what was I at? 5.25%, I think?
5.25%, it's crazy.
Okay, so I dropped to 3.25%, right? Like, I am not numbering.
2.875, wasn't it?
Oh, I got 2.875.
Yes. That's okay.
This is why why my daughter's
Home
the
run.
best adult in the house. Okay, so yeah, home run. All right, so I dropped over two points, right? And focus. Okay, I'm trying to focus. I need the caffeine. And so my payment went down $150 or something. I have a little tiny house. I have a little tiny mortgage.
Right.
But oh my gosh, it's freaking impressive.
So you kept it on a 30-year, but you could have
I kept it.
You could have dropped it to a 20-year, and your payment would have stayed the same.
Yes.
So it could have been a crazy. I mean, interest rate right now.
It's amazing.
I would be doing it sooner than later. I know election changes things. I know depends who gets in. I've heard rumor that the interest rate will creep up some. So
hurry.
I would be very advantageously motivated to go get that done. So that has nothing to do with talking about today, because today we're talking about first-time
I'm
home
excited
sellers.
about today.
People are like, "Hey, they already home.
Hey, I want to talk.
It is decaffeinated day. This is what happens. I don't let you talk. So if it's
Okay, but we talk a lot about buyers, so this is really exciting.
This is fun. So this is first-time home sellers. So someone that bought the first home.
But I want to scratch that part out, because I don't think it's just first-time home sellers. I think it's home sellers.
I've done all this studying for nothing.
Oh, whatever. I handed this to you 10 minutes ago.
Hey, we want them to think we prepare for this show. Other
Well,
than our
I did
daily
prepare
lives.
for this show.
Our daily lives are preparing for this show. So, okay, we're going to talk about home seller mistakes, things to avoid. So, where are we starting? How about going at it alone? There's some smart people out there.
I'm just going to let you handle
Okay.
the show alone.
There's smart people out there. We are not saying that you can't handle this on your own. There are people out there that do.
Definitely.
and
And there's reason that somebody
Yes.
might need to do a for sale by owner.
Yes.
We absolutely understand that.
And I have
We get
customers call me and they're like, "Hey, here's where I'm at." I'm like, "Hey, here's where we give you some advice. We don't, we're not going to, we have to feed our families too, but we don't want you to have a bad experience either."
Right.
And one of my things I throw around all the time is we are here to help, not hinder. So, man, if me listing and trying to sell your house can be complicates things, man, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, if your brother's buying it and you just need advice, hey, we're going to give you all the tips you need.
Or if your brother's buying it and you recognize you need extra
I'm hiring
help, we'll
2
charge you.
accountants, a lawyer, and 2 agents. No, just kidding.
Okay, so, but for reals, a reason that you would use, I mean, I've said, I think I always go back to an oil change. Like, my dad can teach me to change my oil, and I can do that on my own. I can watch YouTube videos, and I can get the tools from the store. I know I just said from the store, like, I don't know. Anyway, from...
You can get them at Walmart.
I couldn't think for a minute. I just lost my brain. I could technically do it. Like, one of my good friends, she's like, "No, I will be changing my own oil." And I'm like, why? Leave it to a professional. Leave it to somebody who does it every day. Because they can do it in their, 20 minutes or whatever, where it's going to take us an hour. Because we don't do it every day. And so I think that there's value in that. And that's really where we're coming from. Not from the, we don't think you can or we don't think you should. We're sure you can. We're sure you can.
Yeah.
We just know more tips and tricks, and we have the experience to be able to make it, hopefully, we attempt to make it a smoother process. So some things that have come up in the last couple of years, like I think maybe a year ago, maybe less than a year ago, do you remember we had a transaction in our office? It wasn't you and I. And the agent said that the seller had removed the shed from the property. And as we looked into the contract, that actually was quite legal to remove from the property, because it wasn't particularly addressed as a fixture. And right? Am I saying this right? I'm not saying it quite right, but it wasn't addressed in the contract to stay, and it says in the contract that it's not necessarily included.
Right.
What? Oh my gosh. Like, I always think, we always think, oh, it's shed, it's going to stay. No. As an agent, we need to make sure.
Right.
That's one of the things that we can help with, is to negotiate out things like that. So then you can maintain relationships with the people that you're buying and selling from.
Yep.
This town is too small to make everybody mad.
Yes.
It's just too small.
Correct.
Yeah.
The biggest one is pricing too high, I think.
Yes.
Because they're like, "Hey, so I'm going to use my 1970 Cougar instead of a house. Hey, I bought this 1970 Cougar for $6,000. I've spent $12,000 fixing it. It's still in the shop, and you've never even seen it. How long have you worked for me? 2 or 3 years?
I know,
Still
I don't
in the
even
shop.
believe he has it.
And so I'm not sure what that bill's going to be. But so I've got $6,000. I've got $18,000 in it. They're blue booking right now for about 9, maybe 10. So can I get $18,000 out of it?
No.
No, because you can go buy 40 others
So
for
what
9
you
or
should
10,000.
do then is go ahead and price it at $18,000 though, and see how close you can get to it.
Yeah, that way you can negotiate.
Right?
That way you can negotiate a bunch.
Is that what you ought to do?
Yeah, no.
All right, so
What
we're
am I saying?
tongue in cheek, and it's easier
Yes.
to talk about your car than it is to talk about a house.
Right.
Because when you talk about my house, you talk about my home,
Right.
and it gets a little bit personal.
It
But I know my house. I mean, I'm maxed out on my mortgage. Like I know, if I were to sell my house right now, I may well have to bring a little bit to the table. That
Right.
does not mean that I should overprice it, attempting to get what I need to pay.
Because they will. So my $18,000 Cougar, they're just going to drive by it and be like,
They're
man,
just
that
gonna
guy's an
ignore it.
idiot.
That guy's crazy. Hey, let's not say idiot.
Well, I
That's
would be
hurtful.
an idiot if I priced
Gosh.
18,000.
How about I don't know. I've got no words. We're gonna have to work on
We
your
should
caffeine for next
Dukes
week.
hazard it.
That sounds like
I
fun.
mean, it's
Can
not
we?
one of them, but it's yeah.
Let's
I'm
do
good
that.
with
Okay,
that.
so back to
Roll cage, let's get it. Okay.
Okay, so here's the problem. Whenever we price things, I know, right?
Sorry.
You cannot do this again. You
Okay.
have to have your caffeine before radio. Okay, so here's the deal. If we price things too high, it's a lot harder to get the offer because the buyer tends to understand this is probably more of an emotionally charged event, and we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings.
And
I hear that all the time. Man, I'm sorry, I don't want to make the offer because I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Yep.
And unfortunately, there's some truth to that. It can be offensive whenever we come in with a really low offer. So we got to remember that it's business, and that's what we'll talk about if that happens. But
And there's
just don't
tons
price
of-
it too high.
right, there's tons of resources out there. People pay attention to all of these websites, and they give you all of these estimates on what you think your house is worth, and all these numbers, and they know. I mean, you can have a general idea if you know it's 20% too high. I mean, it's not hard to figure that out sometimes.
Right.
So,
Agreed. Okay, so here's another one. Being unwilling to negotiate.
back to the
Oh,
overpricing.
no, really?
Do people overpay for houses?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're emotionally charged, because they love it, they want it, and they're going to take it home.
Did your boss just do this?
Did you just do this? Maybe.
I mean, I closed on a piece of property that appraised for 10%.
You did, and that was an emotionally charged thing, because
Yep.
you're like, well, but we've already spent this much time here, we've already done all these things here, we already have this established here. I don't know if you want me to say what you bought, so I'm like...
We bought a fireworks stand.
You
It's
didn't
more
buy a
than that.
fireworks stand, you bought
Bought a building.
lot with the building on
Yes.
it. And that's where you've had your fireworks stand for the last few
Right.
years. So, again, emotionally charged, because you've raised Ashlyn in business there. You've
Right.
taught her business through that fireworks stand. And then, because you've already developed that customer base that knows that's where you're going to be, you've
Yep.
branded Woodward Fireworks right there at that corner.
Right.
And so, is that where we're going to have the fireworks at Christmas?
We can't shoot fireworks there, but we can sell them there.
Sweet. Okay. So anyway,
Okay. So yes,
yeah.
people do pay too much sometimes.
yes, you do.
Hopefully you're beneficial of that, but it's very rare.
Okay, now we're moving on to being unwilling to negotiate. Okay, so here's where this is where we see this the most as a seller. And again, I'm not saying first time. And I was talking to somebody about this maybe about a month ago. They had a nice home, and they were telling me that they had, that the biggest mistake that they'd made in selling these different homes over the years was this one particular one. They'd put it on the market. First offer came in. They felt like the offer was ridiculous. They turned it down. I don't think they negotiated. I don't remember all of the story. Months later, sold it for, guess what? Less than that first offer. So it's so important that we be willing to negotiate, pay attention to what's going on around us, listen to your agent, because they're going to be able to say, I know it sounds crazy and it hurts, but you might really think about it, or at least try to negotiate and see where you can get with it. I think that's the biggest one with
Yes.
not being able to
Generally, your
being
first
willing to
offer,
negotiate.
your first customer is your best customer.
Yes.
You work with them until you get to somewhere that as close as you can get to happy, and let her go. Next, we got to fly. So cleaning is a huge one. So a lot of the houses I go into, and I'm not saying your house is not clean. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying it's a. You need to be overly
You do.
sensitive about smells,
Yes.
cleaning, spots on the carpet, food on your dish, in your sink, wherever you put your dishes, laundry laying around.
Right.
They're going to grade your home on how you maintain it. So if you walk
Absolutely.
into the house and it's a disaster, they're going to think your air conditioner's a disaster, your roof's a disaster, your yard's a disaster. Everything's
Right.
like you didn't maintain just the simple things.
And this sounds crazy, but But I understand the wisdom behind. I mean, because whenever you look and you think somebody didn't even vacuum, well, did they change out the air filter? Did they? I can't come up with anything else. That's the only thing I have on my brain. But I guess that's what I need to do.
That's the main thing. Yes. And so just make sure you a well-maintained house. A well-cleaned house feels like a well-maintained house.
Agreed. Absolutely. So. All right. Making it difficult for agents to show. Okay, here's the deal. We know you live in your homes, and we know that it is really, really hard to have it show ready 100% of the time. But man, oh man, if we've got a buyer on the line and they say we want to see the house in 20 minutes, we hate calling you with that. But if you can make it happen, make it happen.
Yep.
I mean, we hate it. We hate it.
We don't get the appointment yesterday and wait till today to call you. As soon as we get it, we call you.
Right.
So, speaking of that, we should take a break.
Okay, let's do it.
Homeowners and business owners, do you want to know how to extend the life of your home or commercial building? Call APC LLC in Woodward. APC specializes in installing high-quality 5-inch and 6-inch seamless guttering and custom commercial guttering. Whether it's a small system or a large system, APC can help. Call APC LLC at 580-571-2384. That number again is 580-571-2384 for all your seamless gutter needs.
Our home is usually our largest investment, and we insure it against damage. One unseen destructive force not covered by most insurance policies is termites, which can infest a house for years before being detected. Termites cost U.S. homeowners an estimated $5 billion annually in treatment and repairs. Using the Centricon termite bait system, JCP Services can protect your home from the threat of a termite infestation. Call 580-334-5380. Again, 580-334-5380.
Stop in to Modern Appliance on Main Street today to see powerful Maytag brand kitchen appliances available in a finish inspired by cast iron. Cast iron black is a hard-working, matte finish that is as tough as it is timeless, so you can trust it to help resist scratches while helping hide fingerprints and minor dents, and stand up to the everyday. Add an iconic look to your home with cast iron black kitchen appliances from Maytag brand. See it at Modern Appliance, 2102 Main, or online at modernappliancewoodward.com.
For 150 years, Sherwin-Williams has been an industry leader in the development of technologically advanced paint and coatings. As the nation's largest specialty retailer of paint and painting supplies, Sherwin-Williams is dedicated to supporting both your do-it-yourselfers and painting professionals with exceptional products, resources to make confident color selections, and expert personalized service that's focused on your unique project needs. Sherwin-Williams is your neighborhood paint store. Stop by and see them, 2101 Oklahoma Avenue, or call them 580-256-5861. Hey, we're back and we're talking about what sellers' mistakes are.
Okay, so we had a couple of people on Facebook that are listening, and one of them mentioned that it's really hard to imagine yourself in a stinky house.
Yes.
And it cracked me up, but boy, isn't that true.
Yes.
Okay, and somebody else said declutter, and so you wanted to talk about, we have this Home Ready program.
Yes.
And I'm always up front, like, I think you roll your eyes, but I'm always like, I look my seller straight in the eye, and I'm like, listen, this is going to stress you out. And it does, and I get that, because I'm pretty minimal. I don't have a whole lot of stuff at my house. And I don't have a lot of decoration, and I mean, I'm pretty, I don't want to say simple again, because I don't want you to get the wrong idea. Like, my brain works kind of. Yes. So, it stresses me out whenever I was looking at it. I was like, oh my gosh.
But it is a step-to-step system.
But it's such a great system. It just helps you to remember. You really have to kind of pull yourself a little bit out of your house whenever you're trying to sell it, so that the next guy comes in and goes, yeah, this is definitely something I can make my home. Yep. Because if it's too personalized, like my house has got different colors, and I don't mean different colored walls, but like bright things. And that's not going to be comfortable or comforting.
Baseball dude is like everywhere.
Nolan Ryan is everywhere. God, I love him so much. Yes, I'm not kidding. The other day I was playing cards and I was across from him at the table, and I was like,
couldn't focus.
I kept losing the game.
So hey, if you are looking to sell your home and just want us to come by, we're going to go by and look at a new house tomorrow morning at 9. It's going to be a nice, well-maintained home. But if you're out wanting to think about selling your house, we looked at 2 today.
Yep. Cute.
We're going to go by. We'll give you some advice, tell you what to do. We'll kind of give you an idea what it should sell for, whether you're wanting to do it now or in a year. So the one we're looking at tomorrow, she's 3 to 6 months out, but she wants to be ready and prepared. So
awesome.
Give us a call. We'll come out and look at your house, give you an idea what's worth in today's market. That changes, of course.
Absolutely.
You can call me at 580-334-2303.
Oh, or me at 580-216-0090, and I'll get you scheduled.
Hey, we appreciate you listening today. Give us a shout.
See ya.
Your new favorite, Classic Hits 107.3 KLSI Moreland Woodward. Tell a friend.